Please welcome John Pizzarelli.
Day in, day out, that same old hoodoo follows me about.
Tell me, please, what year is this? Is it the big band era of the 30s or the 40s, perhaps?
Turn to the right, there's a little white light that will lead you to my blue heaven.
Or is it the 50s, when singers like Frank Sinatra and Nat King Cole crooned silky, beautiful songs that haunt our dreams and memories?
I tried to reach the moon, but when I got there, all that I could get was...
Dust off your memories. It's 1992, and the great songs are back. John Pizzarelli feels they never left.
I lost the one girl I found. They're still being played today and still being sung because the melodies and those lyrics are works of art, like Picasso, you know.
Today, you're a part of a generation that is rediscovering Nat Cole, rediscovering Frank Sinatra. What do you have to say to that generation?
I think it's important to find out where all the roots are. It's like music history. If you know, even if you're I'm a baseball fan, and you fall in love with Ted Williams and Joe DiMaggio and Willie Mays and Hank Aaron are the gods, and everybody wants to know all the stats about them. It's the same thing with music. When you make that California trip, get your kicks on Route 66.
John Pizzarelli's particular hero is the incomparable Nat King Cole. John often performs with a trio, the way Cole did.
Get your kicks, get your kicks. Yeah! People are going back and listening to that music, and they hear, say, Harry Connick sing It Had to Be You. Well, let's hear Frank Sinatra sing It Had to Be You. Or, I sing If I Had You. Let's hear Nat King Cole. They say, gee, he did this song too. It's all out there, still to be heard. I could be a king, dear, uncrowned, humble or poor, rich or renowned. There is nothing I wouldn't do if I had you.
John Pizzarelli may have been born just a few years before the Beatles came over from England to dominate American popular music. But the music he loves best is the music of his father, jazz guitarist Bucky Pizzarelli, and the music of his great uncles, Bobby and Pete Dominic.
When I was 7, Uncle Bobby taught me banjo, and then played that for a couple of years, and then eventually picked up the guitar. They knew how to have fun then, and they brought that to us. We don't need anything to have fun. We were lucky to have a couple of guitars. Everybody could sing along and eat pasta.
Growing up, it was his father's music that John remembers best.
When I was a kid, I'd go to the studios and sit next to him, and very, very quiet, and sit there, and they'd do commercials or things like that. And then I've seen him play with Benny Goodman, and I've always seen him do different things, everything imaginable.
John and Bucky Pizzarelli played together for a dozen years before John went out on his own.
I go on the road and I have
my peers telling me, hey, you know, your son's got an album out. It's ahead of my album on the charts, you know.
Father and son still like to play together whenever they can.
There's a conversation going on. And then when we play together, I'm thinking about the old days. He's adding new chords to it, and that makes a balance.
When I'm playing a solo sometimes, he'll look at me and say, go, go, you know, and I get, you know, I know, well, something's going on, so I keep playing, and I know he's happy with what's going on, and it all works out. It's a give and take that you got to be aware of it all.
Yeah,
times.
when it clicks, you know, the sparks start flying around, and that's what we like.
The John Pizzarelli Trio is a family affair. His brother Martin plays bass. And on piano, Ken Levinsky, another son of a jazz musician. Ken's father is saxophonist band leader Walt Levinsky.
Well, I know that you know that I go where you go. I choose you, won't lose you. I wish I knew how much I long to hold you in.
There's so many things you can do with that kind of trio. You can be very quiet, you can really bang away or something. There's a lot of great effects, and that was all from Nat King Cole. And my father had a trio like that.
Now John Pizzarelli is married with a son of his own. Maria Pizzarelli and young John Paul add their voices to the others at the table during family gatherings.
You see a smiling face, a fireplace, a cozy room. A little
Music and the lyrics still mean a lot to everybody. The melodies are so beautiful that we're still singing them with our grandparents around or with when the kids are singing. It's fun because those are the times that we take. You know, you see my son and he's going to remember that too. So it's all part of the Pizzarelli tradition, you know.
The past is prologue, in jazz too.
For me, it's awfully nice. It's paradise. It's what I long to see. You make my life so glamorous. Can't blame me for feeling amorous. It's wonderful. It's marvelous that you should care.